Delhi. My North India adventure is starting. And this is the view from the beautiful Surya Hotel. It's a busy city. It's so early and you can already hear the symphony of beeps. Beep, beep, beep. All the way from the airport. It was like a symphony. It's a very, very nice hotel. Gorgeous. And this is my tour guide, Ajay. We just met. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're gonna have to get used to this.
I'll do that.
And this is the breakfast place. And I'm in trouble already. Look at this. That's the omelette section. You can have omelets anywhere. Because I was asking for traditional Indian food. So, aloo pasta. And look at my beautiful rice pancake. And the best thing of all, oh my God, this sticky chola, I think it's called. Amazing. Spicy and hot. It puts a fire in your belly. That's really, really good. It looks like a beautiful day. Look how they are cleaning the pool. That's smart. Lazy. Lazy and smart.
Okay, good morning team. This is Samir. And he's the pilot who is going to drive us around. And he's one of the best. I have no reservations in saying that. And you will see his driving skills today, tomorrow, and in coming days. Yes. This is Prakash. Prakash is our waterman. He's going to serve you with water. He's going to cleaning the bus and taking good care of us. So Prakash, why don't you get the bottles of water?
We've got a nice leisurely morning, and now we are off for the city. Look adorable. I don't know if they're stray dogs, but they're feeding them there.
Hello friends,
water
look
there.
at this little piece of the back of this. I've written my name and my phone numbers. So this I would want, I'm giving one to, I wish we all will be staying together and nobody gets a phone. I missed my trip later, giving one to each.
We have this place called the New Friends Colony. And this is Ajay's, how many rupees to $1?
Starting this tour with not something that is mentioned on your tour. I'm trying to give you a very, it's a wonderful, very strong first-hand experience, India experience, like trying to get you mingled with the people. I'm trying to take you to a Sikh temple. That Sikh temple is the largest Sikh temple of this particular city. And this is a temple where you are not going just to see a temple, but I would also want you to get to the kitchens. This kitchen feed 10 to 15,000 people on everyday basis without any money, without any charges, without any discrimination of people from any caste, color, creed or sex. Anybody can come from any religion and can have food there. See, the basic idea is that the Sikh temple, Sikhism, they say their motto, their philosophy is equality. Equality between man and women. Equality between different religions, different castes. And Sikhism is in fact the youngest of the 4 major religions which took birth in India. The 4 major religions which took birth in India are Hinduism, which is the oldest, but this name Hinduism is not the oldest. This is a very new name, Hinduism. We never used to recognize this religion with this name, Hinduism. We used to call it Sanatan Dharma. eternal religion, for eternal law. That is what our religion is. It's a way of life. Then two more religions took birth in India in 6th century BC, and those two religions were Jainism and Buddhism. Those are contemporary to each other and took birth only in a difference of 35 years, 6th century BC. And this is the religion which came in 15th century, which is known as Sikhism. All the turban people that you see, people with the turban, they are like Sikh people. Today, if we talk about the entire world, there are only 30 million Sikhs we have, and 10 million are outside the country. They live in like US, UK, Canada, Australia, other countries. And 20 million, they live in India. And those 20 million people are mainly in the northern parts of India, especially a state which might not be very foreign, the name might not be very foreign to you, Punjab. Have you heard this name? Punjab? So they mainly come from Punjab, but in Delhi also there is a very, very big number of Sikh people. So we will be going to the Sikh temple. First we are going to spend like 5-7 minutes in the Sanctum Sanctorium, where there are people worshipping, they are paying their respect, paying their homage. And after that I'm going to take you to the kitchens. This is a kitchen where they cook food twice a day for anyone. But on special occasions, like if there is a festivity, if there is a festival for the Sikhs, up to 60 to 80,000 or maybe 100,000 people eat in that particular kitchen. There is a term called daswand in Sikhism. Like 10% of your profits, every Sikh is supposed to give to their religion. And from that daswand, they get to feed these people. Any homeless, he can go and eat there. And it is not only that only people who need the food go and eat there. People go, rich people go there and eat as a blessing. It's like an offering and blessing from the main temple. So they get benefited of all the blessings and they eat there. A king and pauper sitting together, rich and poor sitting together in the same line, and they are eating there. So what we are going to do, we go to the kitchen. If you just want to take pictures, that's absolutely fine. If you want to go there and try your hands in making the food, that is the first-hand experience you can try your hands on. When we do these trips, we say all the 5 sense organs are in function. Sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste. So we'll be making chapatis, you can participate in that. If you want to serve, that is also possible for you. If you want to sit and eat there, that is also possible for you. We'll try to do everything, time permitting. So that is my first thing, an additional discovery, or I call it Plan B, which we are starting our tour with. And then we go to Qutub Minar, the minaret which dates back to 1192. And that's where we are going to visit the official monument. Hotel Surya, the Surya, New Friends Colony. Why do they call that New Friends Colony? This is the first controversy, the first CT I am talking here. The name New Friends Colony is given to that place because it was a settlement, it was a refugee settlement for those people who came from Pakistan after the partition of India. See, partition of India in 1947, I say this was the bloodiest partition any country might have ever experienced in the human history. 1947, after 190 years of rule in India, the British, they left India, but they left India after fragmenting it into 3. The present day India that you see, on the left hand side is Pakistan, what that time, presently it is known as Pakistan, it was West Pakistan. Present day what you see as Bangladesh was Eastern Pakistan. 3 countries were there. It was like East, West and India. And Pakistan was formed on the religious grounds. And lots of people, they crossed the borders. Hindus from Pakistan, they were like pushed to come to India. Sikhs were coming to India. And many Muslims from here went to Pakistan. 25 million people crossed the borders. 25 million people crossed the borders, and a number which is not familiar to me, but they say anything from 300,000 to 1 million lost their lives. Look at the movie, watch the movie Train to Pakistan, and you will be able to see that. This was not lesser than Holocaust. 25 million people. They came with nothing in their hand. They only came with their lives and a pair of clothing on their body. So this area was a refugee camp which was given to them where they were settled initially. And after 71 years of India's independence, this is one of the heart of the Delhi. And today those people are, some of them are multimillionaires and billionaires because the cost of that piece of land which was given to them is like so sky high. Delhi is one of the most expensive capitals to live in the country, in the world, I would say. So that's why they name it New Friends Colony, because those were the people who came from Pakistan, and it was told to us that they are our friends, they are our new friends. They might not be living here for some time, but now they are our friends. That's why this name New Friends Colony was given. So Delhi, the city, the capital of India, if we talk about the stories of Delhi, Delhi is continuously lived for almost 1600 years. It's a very old city. We have its mention in our holy books. The two holy epics in India are called Ramayana and Mahabharata. Ramayana is stories of Lord Rama, victory of good over evil. And Mahabharata is again a story of victory of good over evil. And in Mahabharata, we have the mention of this place, Delhi, with the name Indraprastha, Indraprastha, Indraprastha. That was the first mention of the city, but then it was lost in the history. But for 1600 years, this is continuously lived city. The history of Delhi has told us that so many dynasties came here, ruled here. So Delhi, the name, it was given by the people who came from Central Asia. And the original name was, they used to call it Dehliz. Dehliz means threshold. Threshold. So they said Delhi is the threshold to come into India. Though Delhi is not on any of the boundaries, any of the border areas, it is not on the peripheries, but still they believe that this is the way to get inside the town. So whoever came as an invader, as a friend, they came through Delhi. So from Dehliz, and that time, we have some of these families still living with the surname Dehelvi, Sadia Dehelvi. If you Google this name, this lady is still there. She's a social activist. She's a writer. She is a food specialist. So if you Google this name, Sadia Dehelvi, this is the family who is like from that particular time. And from Dehelvi, the city became Delhi. But Dehelvi was a little difficult to pronounce. So they started, instead of saying Dehelvi, they call it Delhi. And when British came, Delhi was not easy for them. So they interchanged L with H and they call it Delhi. So first was Dehlvi. The second was Tehli. And when British came, they said Delhi, Delhi. So this is how the present name Delhi came. But in 1911, when King George V, he visited India, that time Calcutta, have you heard this name, Kolkata? Mm-hmm. This is the eastern part of India. That was the capital of India. In 1911, when King George V came, they decided to shift the capital of Delhi from Calcutta to here. And that's why a new name came up again, New Delhi. So New Delhi is basically the Delhi built by the Brits. The Britishers, the Delhi they made, is known as New Delhi. We are going to drive past that area also. And when we reach this, the Sikh temple, we might be going through some of the New Delhi areas. Tomorrow when we do the tour, and we get to this mosque where we do also the rickshaw ride, that is Purani Delhi. Purani means old Delhi. Delhi is like local way of pronouncing Delhi. So that is from 16th century. So Delhi is like a city of 9 cities built over different periods of time. But something interesting, the history has Delhi. If anybody who had the audacity, if any foreigner who had the audacity to come and rule into this country from Delhi, history of Delhi has told that your days are numbered. And no dynasty was able to rule here more than 40, 50 years. Everybody who came to a power here, fallen. So interestingly, when in 1911, when British decided to shift their capital from Calcutta, and they wanted to do this in 1911, soon after that, World War I broke out. And the construction of the city came to a halt. It got restarted in 1921. Finished in 1931, and look at the irony, 1947 British had to leave India. So only 16 years they could rule this country from here. So history gets repeated, and Delhi once again proved that if you are thinking of ruling from here, you won't be able to rule for long. Better change something else. And then comes the democratic India, and these Congress, BJP, other parties, other alliances, they come and fall. But I'm very proud to say I'm a happy Indian today to have Mr. Modi, Narendra Modi, as our wonderful, wonderful Prime Minister. I think we all did something good that we have received a leader like Modi. And certainly India is going to touch heights under his leadership. And this man, he is living by the moment. His life is at risk. No parties, Congress doesn't like him, leftist doesn't like him. But this man, because he wanted to do good, he wanted to get rid of corruption. He wanted to get rid of all the bad things happening here, which is not acceptable to so-called leaders, corrupt leaders. So he says, if I live, see, even he knows, if I continue living, and we all Indians want that he should complete his second tenure also. Doing a lot, infrastructure is getting built up. He has introduced, he demonetized last year, November, you must have heard that India executed demonetization. And that way, all the terrorism that is happening in Kashmir and other areas, those people who had the fake currency and Indian currency, it was of no use for them and they could not get the right money. So demonetization was another wonderful step by him. Recently he did GST, he applied GST, goods and service tax, same tax slab. If you are buying a car in Delhi, it will be of same price in Cochin. So a lot he is doing, but it will take time for him. That green and yellow, the yellow top and the green bottom, this is a tuk-tuk, three-wheeler, and these are operated on CNG, compressed natural gas. This is another campaign that he wants more and more eco-friendly things. We have metro here, and there are some, that bus you see at the other side, that bus you see, the green one and the orange one, both are operating on CNG, compressed natural gas. Population of Delhi is 17.5 million. That is just in the city of Delhi. But if you include the entire NCR region, NCR is like National Capital Region, which also includes some of the satellite towns, population is 25 million. It's the second most populated city in the country. I was reading this article and was quite surprised. There are 7.3 million cars in Delhi. Like there is a car on every 2.5 person. 7.3 million cars just in this town.
And they're all right here.
And they are all on this street today. All on this street.
We are stuck here for quite some time.
Traffic-wise, this is the worst. The other cities are still okay. We will drive by those areas.
No, that's great.
I will share that question with you because you might be having somebody else might be having the same question. So the two questions which were asked to me right away. One was about Mr. Ambani. Mr. Ambani is a very big-time businessman of India. He's number one in India. His father, Dhirubhai Ambani, he started the company. His companies are called Reliance, like Reliance Capital, Reliance Phone, Reliance Industries and supermarkets. A lot he has done. He has made a private house. India, where I told you there is 12.4% poverty, people don't have food to eat. There, this man built a 28-story house for himself. It's worth billions and billions of dollars. There is a helipad. There are movie theaters. There are 7 lifts, I know, maybe something like that. And hundreds of people work for him there. His offices and so many things. So one question is that. It is in Mumbai. And the gentleman is called Mukesh Ambani. And his house is called Antilles. Antilles, which is in Mumbai. Second question was...
Nancy.
Pardon?
Nancy, but please phone.
Okay, Nancy asked me the second question. that when she was driving from airport to the city, there are some trucks with something written at the back. It says, please horn.
Yeah.
Horn, please.
Yeah.
There should be a sign, don't honk. But it's a honking culture here. If you don't honk, the person in front of you will never give you way to pass. So when you're honking, that means you want to overtake, and he may be at the side and you can overtake. Then believe me, that's right. That's how they do it. Honking is culture. So if somebody is honking, just take it easy. He's not trying to insult or he's not trying to. I know it's a very rude thing back in your country. We are also being taught honking is, what's that? Honking is an insult. Don't honk. Now we have the signs, but it might take another 20 years, Nancy, to come out of it. And let me tell you another thing. The 3 mantras to live in India or to travel in India. The 3 mantras to travel in India or live in India. Number 1, believe. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in others that yes, we are here to travel and live. Second, patience. And third, tolerance. And world is beautiful. This is about living or traveling. But now driving in India, there are another 3 mantras. You need to have a good horn. Pom pom. You need to have a good brake, and of course good luck. So if you have these 3 things, good horn, good brake and good luck, life is beautiful.
That's good.
Are the tuk-tuks like cheaper than regular taxis? I saw somebody.
Yes, tuk-tuks are actually small. The other question is, are these tuk-tuks cheaper in comparison to other taxis? So see, there are so many tuk-tuks. We have 200,000 tuk-tuks in the city. Tuk-tuks are smaller. They can get into the narrow lanes. Number 1 is that. Number 2, yes, it is cheaper than the taxis.
And you have Uber, I see.
We have Uber, we have Ola.
What's the name of this area?
Sorry?
What's the name of this area?
We call it Chumakra Road. This is just like normal neighborhood.
Very nice.
Restorations are going on. It's 22 minutes. I just checked how long it takes to get to Oh, that's very important. Another tomb, they call it Sabj Burj. This is also under restoration. And look at the tiles, the blue tiles on top. These are original tiles from Turkey, 16th century, right on the top. So I just checked on the map and we are going to be at this Sikh temple in next 20 minutes. See, this religion, Sikhism, is the youngest religion in the world. And it got originated in Punjab in 1459. 4 religions mainly were born in India: Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism and Sikhism. And it's very unfortunate to share that the 3 religions other than Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism and Jainism, rose against the ritualistic Brahmanism existing in Hindu society, in Hindu religion. When we are going to talk about the caste system in Hinduism, I will talk about the different castes. So Brahmins were the top caste. And at one particular time, these Brahmins became so dogmatic that they sort of started to control the rest of the 3 castes. They said they are the only link between God and common man. If somebody by chance has committed something wrong, those Brahmins will make them go through so many rituals, and sometimes these people end up selling everything they have, oh God, in order to purify themselves. And then one of the boys in Punjab, in Lahore, like he said, this is not correct. His name was Guru Nanak Dev, and he actually rose against this ritualistic Brahmanism and is known as the founder of this religion called Sikhism. And the name of that person was Guru Nanak. G-U-R-U, Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak was the first guru in this religion. Now, what is the meaning of guru? What is the exact meaning of guru? You must have heard this term guru many times, but guru means a teacher. Guru is teacher, and guru is actually a combination of 2 words: gu, G-U, gu, and R-U, ru. Gu means the darkness. Ru means light. So gu is like a path between ignorance or darkness to the knowledge of light. That is what is a guru, who takes you from the ignorance, path of like darkness to the light, is a guru. So there are 10 gurus in this religion. They have tried to take the best of Hinduism and Islam in this particular religion, mostly like from good things from Hinduism. And the main philosophy behind this religion is equality between man and women and all the other religions. So there are no gods in this religion. There are only the gurus are there. And these gurus, there are 10 gurus. The first 5 gurus were like very spiritual, and then the next 5 gurus, last 5 were more martial. Because that was the period when there was a mayhem going on in India. Islamic powers were too much in power, and they were like doing anything to spread Islam through words or through sword. And that time some of these Sikh gurus, they lifted up their swords to protect their own religion. That's why we say the first 5 gurus are spiritual, but the next 5 gurus are like martial. So there is no God. And what do we then what do they worship? Do they worship the gurus? No. They worship Guru Granth Sahib. Guru Granth Sahib is a book. It's a very thick book, holy book, which is a compilation of the teachings of these gurus. All the 10 gurus, whatever they knew, whatever they transmitted to the world, were like noted down into these books. So these books you will find in the sanctum sanctorum of the Sikh temples, where there is a Granthi. Granthi means the caretaker of the books. He sits there, and lots of preachings are done. So they worship the books rather than worshipping an individual. The 10th guru said that there will be no more gurus, and that's all. So whatever teachings are there in Guru Granth Sahib are from the first 10 gurus, and there is no 11th guru after that. Now, whatever is being written in these books cannot be changed, cannot be questioned. That is the final word by the Lord, by the preachers, and everybody. So what is the meaning of Sikh? Here you come to understand the meaning of Sikh. Means disciples. Sikh is a disciple, D-E-S-C-I-P-L-E, disciples of those 10 gurus or the teachings of the 10 gurus. As I said, main motto, main philosophy is equality. What used to happen, one great example I give you of equality. In Hindu religion, a male chauvinistic society, if a lady dies, if a wife dies, husband can marry again. But if husband dies, lady should not get married again. Why? Why not? And Sikhism gives a way to it, that if a man can get married again, lady can also get married again. That kind of equality, that kind of status they were giving to the women. So that is one of the main teachings. So these gurus, they say, they have 5 do's in their life. They are 5 must. And these are, first is called Simran. Simran means to meditate. Every Sikh should meditate. Second is Kirtan. Kirtan, to participate in the preaching and the hymn singing of the religion. Every Sikh should meditate, and every Sikh, at least like once a day or once a week, as per his convenience, he should read the holy books or hear it from someone. Then there is something called Sangat. Sangat is congregation. They should congregate, showing their faith into the religion. Then Pangat. Pangat means they should sit together and eat, a king and pauper, rich and poor, together. And last is Langar, to volunteer their services selflessly into the kitchens or in the like Sikh temple. So these are the 5 do's which are must, and they should give 10% of their profit to the temple for the development of this religion. But then there are 5 thieves, 5 don'ts, and the 5 don'ts are lust, greed, ego, attachment, and anger. People should abstain from lust, greed, anger, ego, and attachment. If you are too attached, you might not be able to live. So that's how these are the 5 don'ts, 5 do's, 5 don'ts, and there are 5 K's which they always keep on themselves. And what are the 5 K's? First is, these K's are in Hindi actually. I'm just saying K because everything starts with K. The first of the 5 K is Kesh. Kesh, long hair. They never cut their birth hair because they consider their birth hair as the hair of wisdom. It should stay there. So first K is Kesh. Second, Kanga, comb. Comb to neatly keep their hair neatly done. This teaches us discipline. There should be discipline in life. Third K is a bracelet, kada. In Hindi we call it kada. Kada is to abide by the duties, and do the right duties. But if you start doing wrong, there will be two kadas, like kadas in both the hands, which is the handcuff. So one kada is like abide by the duties, but if you have two, if you are doing wrong. The fourth K is Kesh, Ganga, Kada, Kripan. You might have seen daggers. All the Sikhs, they carry a small dagger. There was an uproar in America like a decade back that you should not carry it. So they started to keep that ceremonial. So the dagger is not actually to attack, but for the self-defense. And last is Kacha, the underpants, to abstain from adultery. It should be, I don't know how it would stop them from doing this, but still it is part of that. So to stay away. Beard, they don't cut the hair, birth hair. It is part of the hair. So these are the 5 Ks. So this is a beautiful religion where equality is there, and we are in front of a very beautiful building on the right hand side. It's not a building, it's an archway. It's a gateway. Look at this on the right, India Gate, 1911. We are going to drive by this maybe tomorrow. It was just an idea. So ladies and gentlemen, I was talking about New Delhi. This is the place from where New Delhi got started. You were only looking onto your right hand side, which was an India Gate, but if you would have looked on the left hand side far end, that was the president's house.
Oh.
Tomorrow morning at some time, I'll try to take you as close as we can to the president house, and you'll be able to see that. The lovely structure on the right is the house of the Nizam of Hyderabad from 1911s. This was the city Delhi house of the Nizam of Hyderabad. We are not very far. So once we get to this place, they have made a very nice, they call it, it's quite neat. So it's not very dirty like many other places, but this is the way. But this is a very, very good experience, which I don't want you to miss at all. Once we get in there, we leave our shoes, leave our socks, and I'll be giving you a bandana, a scarf to cover your head. If you have your own shawl or scarf, you can use yours, but those are also very clean, washed every morning. So those are the bandanas I will give you.
Is it okay to wear instead of a scarf?
Still you have to have a scarf.
Yeah.
These are not allowed. Yes.
So I would like to cover your head.
This is a temple.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Got some candy. Fashion stuff.
Same inside. It's a huge store. This is a storeroom, and this is like wheat, rice, wheat flour. Have a look here also. Just look into this. Look at the number of bags here. Full of rice, full of wheat flour. This is all from the donation of the people who belong to this trade. All this.
That's right.
So these are the bandanas we have to wear. Taking selfies. My goodness, how beautiful.
ਨੇ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ ਪਸ਼ੂਆਂ ਪੰਛੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਕੋਲ ਘਰ ਹੈ ਪੰਛੀ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਜੀਵਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੀ ਖੇਡ ਹੈ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਨੇੜਤਾ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਾਨ ਪ੍ਰਤਿਸ਼ਠਾ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਵੀ ਲੈਣਾ ਤੇ ਫਟਕਾਰ ਆਖਣਾ सत्कार नहीं देना कोई आखिर भी गुरु का पुत्र में बन गया ते जे दुख नूं दूर करना है खुशी नूं लेना है आनंद नूं लेना है रब नूं लेना है गुरु दे नाल नेड़ता बनानी कहंदे गल जो जहाज अर्जन गुरु सगल श्रेष्ठ लगवे करो कह देते हैं जब अर्जुन देव गुरु फिर संकट जोन गर्भ ना आए संसार ਦਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਵਿਚਾਰਧਾਰਾ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਮੰਨੇ ਸਪਨਾ ਦੇ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਦੀ ਸੋਚ ਨੂੰ ਅਪਣਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਤਿਆਰ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਵੱਧ ਚੱਕ ਕੇ ਪੜਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ
I guess you're supposed to touch the threshold when you leave.
What is the main sanctum sanctorum? Did you see there was a man with a whisk? And what was he whisking? They were like books, holy books under that beautiful colored golden embroidered paper. So these books are very nicely kept and he was like serving the books, keeping the flies away. There was a preacher who was reading all these things. Then these are the teachings from the Gurudwara Bangla Sahib, the teachings of the 10 Gurus. The entire area what you saw was pure gold.
Wow.
Which could be used in the time of difficulty, in the emergency, like if there is nothing, they can start using it from there. So that was actually saving in the form of gold. Embellishing the temple at the same time as saving. As we moved out, there is a little room on the right where people were bowing. That was a bedroom for the books. Books are considered as good as a human being, as the gurus. So every night when it gets dark, in a beautiful ritual, the books are taken to the temple and it's an air-conditioned room. There is a bed, there is a proper bed. They put the books are sleeping. In the morning with the ritual, it goes back into that sanctum sanctorum. So it's like, that's how they do. Today, it's just a regular day. There is another very good thing about Sikhism, liberal. It's a very liberal religion. You are not bound to come at any certain timing. You are not bound to come any certain day, any day. This is one good thing they took from Hinduism. This is the ablution tank, where they wash their hands, wash their feet before getting into the temple. Look at this. And on the special days, you see all those artisans, lots of artisans, lots of people, lots of booksellers, they come and they exhibit their stuff. So now the main thing for what I have actually decided to take you here, we are going to the kitchens, which is going to be the strongest experience of the day. Let's go there. You please feel free. If you want to participate, if you want to volunteer your services, you're most welcome. I'll be maybe rolling some breads there. You can also join me in doing that. Please, this way.
People touch the threshold and then they touch their heart.
Touching the threshold is like just showing their respect to their deity. Like this, like this.
So they actually walk, they bathe their whole body?
They can also bathe also.
It is so cold working on the marble. Ooh, freezing. The carpets are nice.
Other dumpling.
So this is the kitchen.
Evening meal now. They're preparing for the evening meal. You can see they're cutting the vegetables. And then
These are all volunteers. they serve? Is it always the same meal?
No, keep on changing. It's different meal.
Like what?
But
Lentils?
always vegetarian. Lentils, rice, different types of vegetables, breads, different types of breads.
But chapati every day?
Chapati is part of every meal.
Every meal. So some of these people that are working here might be wealthy, right?
Very wealthy, very, very wealthy.
Wow. Look at all the lentils. Oh my goodness. Yes, the meal is done. Look how colorful. Wow. More onions coming through. Nobody's crying. How on earth are they doing onions and they're not crying? I guess they're used to it.
है ना अपने बच्चों ध्यान दो अपने बच्चों ज्यादा मोबाइल ज्यादा इंटरनेट को बचाओ अपने बच्चों अच्छी शिक्षा दो आई अच्छे तो अच्छी दो इतना पैसा खर्च हो जाए अपने मोबाइल
Bags of onions. We are trying to.
That's what they were.
We dip it and we eat it. Really good. Wow.
Outside. We will talk on the bus.
They serve 10 to 15,000 people. So one group was over, that was the next group. Wow. Look at that. Oh, that's so sweet.
So I will be joining you outside. Please wait.
I wonder why he was doing that.
What did he do?
Counting the.
What he's doing, he's trying to attach the broom to the sticks. That's how he gets it
To
in.
make it firm. I guess it's working well now.
He's getting the pole in there?
Yeah.
And this is the book.
This is big.
Wow.
They start serving like around 10ish in the morning. They are going to break at 3 or like a couple of hours. They will start again at 5ish and they'll continue till 8:30. Unending, regular. Just come and see people doing that. Anybody can come from anywhere.
Inside the main hall, if you wish, you can take one or two shots of the view. Don't pose yourself in the picture inside the outside. So take your time.
Same place that I saw before. I guess I like it a lot. So pretty. And look what we got from the bus bazaar. The bus bazaar.
These are the feathers.
All this for like $1.50. 100 rupees.
100 to 200.
I'll take some of these.
We have so many, we have dozens of different types of breads that we eat, we cook in India. So this was chapati. Chapati or roti is like synonym of each other. It is from whole wheat flour. They knead it, add some like, there's some salt also added when you are kneading it before that. And then they flatten it, like the way we did, and they cook it on a griddle. It's an iron griddle. Previously, earlier we were doing it on the the clay griddle also. Still in the villages, we use clay griddle. See, I'm living in the city for so many years. I'm married for 15 and a half years. My wife is an educated lady, but still at times my wife cooks at home on a clay griddle. We have one clay griddle still at home, and we do have the iron griddle also. It is easier to make on the iron one. We have some different types of breads like naan bread, paratha bread. The fried ones are called puri bread. And as it comes our way, I will keep on telling you the different names and how they are cooked. So this was roti or chapati from the wheat flour, whole wheat flour. Okay? When they were serving in those plates, the yellow one was a soup, we call it kadhi, K-A-D-I, kadhi, or K-A-D-H-I, kadhi. This is made of chickpea flour with all the spices, and those little dumplings which you saw, those were also made of chickpea flour. The other one, the greenish color, was the black lentils cooked with Indian spices and rice. So it is not that they keep on repeating the meal. The meals are different times of the year, different times of the week or whatever. So I was asked, how many people do eat there? On an average, 10 to 15,000 per day. But if it's a festivity, if it's a celebration, in that case, 50,000, 60,000, sometimes 80,000. On my last tour, when I was here, last, in November, that time, Guru Nanak, the first Guru who founded the religion, we came here on his birthday. It was a huge, big celebration of the first Guru. And I think we have seen more than 100,000 people at the same time. And I told my group members, please hold hands of each other. Otherwise, we'll definitely get lost here. You notice some people, they were giving water. They were feeding water. Those were also volunteers. They were just doing their selfless services, rendering their selfless services to the place.
They were going around that flagpole.
It's like circumambulation.
Yeah, so like Buddhism, no?
Like they have turbans, they have beard, they have long tunic. Some of them were having that belt with a dagger. So Sikh men can be recognized very easily, but Sikh women, they cannot. Traditionally, when they adopted this religion 500 years ago, that time women were also having the turbans on, but not now. So the typical Punjabi outfit, what most of the women there were wearing, they were wearing a trouser with a drawstring. On top of that, they had a long tunic and a scarf. So the scarf is used the same way as you used your bandanas when we went inside there. And now it has become a very iconic from Punjab, and it's a very comfort wear. See, I come from a Hindu religion, but even my wife at times she wear this whenever she wants to just relax. It's a very easy wear. And if you're looking forward to it, Jaipur is the place where you can find something like that.